Namaste. Welcome to this third day of storytelling on the occasion of Navratri. Today, I'll be telling you the story of Chandraghanta Devi. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Ma Chandraghanta Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om. So, the first 2 days, we heard how Parvati was born to Himavan and Maina Devi. Then we heard all the tapas, the rigorous penance that she did as Brahmacharini Devi in order to get Shiva as her husband. Now, and we also come to know that they have decided to get married, Parvati and Shiva. So now we move forward to this third day of Navratri, where we pray to Durga Devi as Chandraghanta Mata. What happens? Shiva and Parvati have decided to get married. Parvati has gone back to her parents' home. Maina Devi is very happy that her daughter has stopped her severe penance. She was fasting completely. She wasn't eaten even a little leaf, even a tiny leaf. So she was very happy. And Raja Himavan was very happy because his daughter was going to get married. And not to anyone. She was getting married to that wonderful yogi who sat on Mount Kailasha, for whom Himavan Raja and all the people had a lot of respect for. They started decorating the entire palace, all the streets around, all the houses on the side of the streets, everything started getting decorated. They decorated it with flowers, beautiful, beautiful flowers, colorful flowers, and then lights, diyas. They put lights everywhere there were lights. And then streamers streaming, wines. The whole palace was beautifully decorated. The streets were looking gorgeous. They cleaned the streets, washed it with water, polished it, and all that. Now, it was time for the Barat to come, for the bridegroom's people to come. So now, the same kind of excitement was there in Shiva's side too. Everyone was excited. After all, Shiva was getting married. After so many years, he had now decided to get married to Devi herself, to Sati, who had come back again, who was reborn as Parvati. So everybody was very happy. So Nandi and Bringi both make sure that everybody is getting dressed up. They're decorating their place also. And they go to Shiva and say, Bhagwan, you need to dress up too. You need to really look good. Parvati Devi, she is going to be dressed up very beautifully. You also need to be dressed up. So Shiva says, yeah, definitely. You guys dress up. I will also come. So now, Shiva takes the moon and he nicely polishes it. And he has the moon. Right? Takes it and he nicely puts it straight. Okay? And Ganga there, she is also nicely dressed up in all her finery and flowing down. Clean, pristine water. And Shiva, he takes fresh ash. Okay? He takes fresh ash, a lot of it, and he rubs it together, smooth powder, and he puts it on his face all nicely. And then he takes it and puts it on his hands, nicely everywhere, on his body. He takes his tiger skin, makes sure that there are no wrinkles in it, and he ties it over himself. Okay, and he has his skull necklace. He wears that. He has his big rudrakshas, malas, that also he puts on. And then the snake that is around his neck always, he makes sure that that's also clean, gives nicely, shines, make sure that it looks very good. And when the hood is up, the nice mark is visible of the king cobra. And he takes his trident, Trishula, and the damru, that little drum, the dum 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 damru, and he puts it on the Trishula, and he takes that, and he says, "Come on, Nandi, come on, everyone come." All of them are dressed up. Who has come with him? Who makes up his team? The bhutas, the pishachas, the chandalas, that is, ghosts, spirits, all those who live in the cremation grounds, all yogis, the yogis who are dressed like him, covered with ashes and deer skin, some with tiger skin, some with deer skin, some covered with skulls, some covered with a lot of ash on their faces, and all holding sticks. They're coming. And bhutas, so ghosts, they are looking scary and wispy. They're all there. That's his team. His ganas. And he sits on Nandi. Nandi the bull. He has nicely polished his horns. And Shiva is sitting astride Nandi, and they are walking towards the palace of Raja Himavan. There Parvati is dressed beautifully, wearing a pretty sari, lot of jewelry, necklaces, lots of bangles, mati, earrings, nice bindi, nose thing, everything. She is all dressed up beautifully. Her eyes are made up. Her mouth is smiling. She's so excited. And everybody is smiling. They're all so happy because Parvati Devi is going to get married. Now, everyone is waiting in the palace, and then they hear the sounds of bells and of hoofs. The hoofs of Nandi and other such bulls, and the bells which are being in the hands of the ganas. They can hear the sounds, and they're all getting ready. And Maina Devi and all the women of the palace, they bring the aarti plates to do aarti for the bridegroom. He's coming. So they have lights in the plates, and they're coming with haldi, kumkum, flowers and all that. They're coming ready. They're standing. And they see in front of them, astride a bull is sitting a man looking fierce, covered with ash, and scary looking naga, cobra. and the tiger skin, and alongside him there are so many scary bhutas, ghosts, chandalas. They're looking fierce. They have made up their eyes, they have made up their faces too. They have made it look even fierce, because to them that's what beauty looks like. So they're looking fierce, scary, 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 like this on the Meena looks and she's like, huh? She faints. She's not the only one who faints. Everybody else also faints. So many people are fainted, and Himavan is looking, oh my god, what do I do? And Parvati Devi is looking out and she sees, Ayyo, what has happened? And she says, okay. And she understands. She looks at Shiva and she understands. Immediately what she does, she's looking so pretty in that beautiful sari and all that makeup. She suddenly changes herself. She also has a moon on her forehead, which looks like a bell. Chandraghanta. Okay, bell is Ghanta. Chandra is moon. And then she comes, she has 10 hands. This beautiful lady who was dressed so pleasingly suddenly comes into this fierce look with 10 hands. And what are there in these hands? Or in her left side, she has a trishula, the trident, just like Shiva has. She has a gada. Okay, gada is a mace. She has a khadga, sword. In her left hand, she has a sword. And then she has a kamandalu. That is a water pot. Okay. In 4 of her left hands, she has these things. And in her right hands, in 4 of her right hands, she has a lotus. Lotus is purity. Lotus. She has a dhanush, a bow. And she has a ban, an arrow. She has a dhanush and a ban. And then she has a japmala, the rosary, beads, a necklace just of 108 beads. So she has these 6 weapons and the kamandalu and the japmala, which she had when she was brahmacharini, right? The one who meditates. They have to have that. Yogini, because she is a yogini, right? Like a yogi, a yogini. Feminine is yogini. Shiva is a yogi, she is a yogini. And she also has all these weapons. And then she sits on a tiger, Vyagra. She sits on a tiger and she sits there. And her hands, her 9th and 10th hands are like this. Her right hand is with the Abhaya Hasta. Don't worry, I'll take care of all of you. She's telling that to all her family, to her mother, to her fathers, to all the people of the city. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. And this is the Varada Hasta. Varada Hasta. That is, it's giving boons. She can be very scary. She has all these weapons. And she will make sure to take care of anyone who is going to hurt who she loves. She goes looking that scary, dressed, her hair is all left loose, and she comes to Shiva. Shiva looks at her. To him, she looks beautiful. She looks at him and she says, I am your Shakti. Can you please look a little less scary? To me, you look perfect. But to the rest of the people, you look a little scary. Can you please look a little less scary and dress like what normal people do? Now, Shiva had never thought that he was looking scary or anything. So he says, okay, if I'm looking scary, I don't want to look scary. That's not what my idea was. I wanted to dress up well. So he tells all his ganas, kind, dress up properly. Let's let go all the ashes and, too much of those skulls and all those things. Let's take it out. Let's do that. And Shiva also dresses up very beautifully, very nicely. And Chandraghanta Devi comes back into her beautiful Parvati form. All the others are very, very happy to see normal bride and groom, and the wedding happens. Okay, so that is the story of Chandraghanta Devi. What is important about Chandraghanta Devi? We need to understand that Devi is full of love and affection and giving. She always gives and she will always take care. She always gives and she always takes care. She has lot of love. She will make sure everything is okay. But there is a time when she has to take care of things, and she will. Without any worry, she can become very, very fierce. Tiger, she can control a tiger. She can take a trishula, a dhanush, a ban, a khadga. She can take any weapon and she can make sure that all fear is vanquished. So that's why we pray to Devi as Chandraghanta Devi. So I hope you all enjoyed the story of Chandraghanta Devi. Now a couple of questions. Who is Bringi? Who is Bringi? Second question. What are the various weapons that Chandraghanta Devi is shown with? Okay, so as you know, I have been telling the stories of the Navadurgas. I have also told the stories of Devi from the Devi Mahatmyam. So make sure you see that video also. So if you like the story, then hit like, subscribe to my channel for the love of stories, and share it with all your friends and share the joy of Devi. Jai Mata Di.